What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Mic Check Podcast. This is T-Word, the People's Champ, and we're here with a special guest. We got the Mitt Master straight out of Austin, Texas, doing great things, and we're going to do a short little interview with him today. He's going to tell you what he's got going on, tell you where he's been, where he's coming from, and how he coming with it. So I want y'all to tune in, turn your earbuds up. We're going to give him our ears and our hearts to listen, and we're going to get right into it. So, Coach, I'm not going to keep you long. I'm going to get right to it. Introduce yourself to the people, and you know, kind of tell them where you're from and how you came up, man, and how we got into this boxing thing, because, you know, that's what the people really want to find out.
Well, you know, I'm from Lake Charles, Louisiana, man, you know, and, I grew up in Lake Charles, man. I came to Austin, Texas when I was 15 years old, man, because I stayed in so much trouble in Louisiana. You know, I was in LTI, Scotland, you know what I'm saying? So when I got to Texas, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't slow down, bro. I was getting in all kind of trouble, getting in trouble. I ended up going to penitentiary here in Texas 2-3 times. I went back to Louisiana, went back to the penitentiary. So I've been in and out the penitentiary, man, with my life. So I made a decision this time when I got out, I'm coming home from Angola. You know, I did 10 years in Angola, Louisiana State Prison, you know, for possession with intent to deliver. I got busted with 250 pounds. You know what I mean? So I'm trafficking. And, you know, when I got caught up, you know, we were sentenced to Phelps Correctional Center, okay? But being at the storm, you know, Katrina messed all that up. They had to put all them inmates somewhere. So they opened up Camp C in Angola. And they put all the Phelps inmates in Camp C. That's how we get to Angola. You see where I'm at? So in the process of me being in Angola, you know, I met some very important individuals.
So who was in there? Who you run into while you was in there?
Well, you know, I ran into C Murder. You know, I played basketball against C Murder. You know what I'm saying? So also, you know, you know, he played with Real 21. That was the name of the team. But anyway, you know, I was in there with Boosie. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I was on the same camp with Boosie, Camp C. Me and Boosie was in Camp C. Okay, we're gonna get that understanding. Back then, Camp C, every dome is named after an animal: bear, wolf, tiger, jaguar. So bear and wolf, all the bear and 2 domes of fox is general population.
Okay.
And Boosie wasn't in there one of them domes. He was in Fox 3, which is, you know, they call that, what, you know, we're not going to call it protected custody. And we're not going to call it, you know, safe people. We ain't going to do that. What we're going to do, that's where individuals go, man, that just can't, you know, you can't come out there, man, with individuals if you don't know what's happening with them. So Boosie wasn't, you know, he wasn't trying to get, you know, fucked off in no Angola. This man got a whole life to live, bro. You know what I'm saying? He a star. So it was best for him to be in a place like that because, you know, and population is wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it to you straight, man.
Yeah, it keeps the trouble down too. Understood.
Right. So they had him in a dome, bro. You understand me? Where he'll be around individuals, you understand me, as of himself.
I see what you mean. Okay.
You see what
And let me ask you this, Coach. So you end up there with the time, and during that time while you were there, besides like running into, you know, different influential people, what was it that kept you close to boxing and sports in general? What was it that kind of was in you at that time? You know, kind of walk me through that part as well.
Okay, well, you know, I went through Hunch, you know what I'm saying, Louisiana, you know, penitentiary Hunch, and I met the Black Rhino. His name is Clifford Ernestine.
Okay.
He fought Mike Tyson.
Okay.
So me and this, right, okay. Black Rhino, Clifford Ernestine. That's his real name. Gotcha. Okay. We slept like 3 beds away from each other. You dig? And this dude used to get up every morning, you know, and shadow box and all that, you know. And I didn't know the cat, you know, but I was trying to see what's happening with you at this time in the morning. You know what I mean?
Right.
So anyway, as we went on, you know, I started speaking to him and I started asking him about what he do. When the dude showed me all the newspaper clippings and all that, well, I started working out with him. And he said, man, when you get out, you need to start opening up some type of, you know, sports for the kids, man, and get you a gym or something, Ray, you good. He taught me everything I needed to learn about boxing. So when I got out, that's when I created Mitt Master Boxing.
That's what's up. Now, how you came up with the name Mitt Master? I mean, because you got them hands, so how you come up with Mitt Master, though?
Well, you know, let me explain something to you, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't care. I did a lot of time. We ain't talking about no little bit of time. We talking about 35 and a half years. Let's get it
Wow.
understood. And when they be out there talking about they did that, I really did this here, man. I'm talking about from Bridge City, you know where I'm at, from Scotland, LTI, Louisiana Training Institute, Baker, Louisiana, Angola, all these pensions in Texas, Ferguson, Eastham, Cofield. Hey, man, everywhere I went, my name stand up like a soldier, man. It ain't like you can say something bad about me. You can't say nothing bad about me.
For sure.
You
For
know,
sure. Now
and,
I
and
believe 100%.
and then this is what I do. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't feel like nothing can stand in front of me, man. It's just how I feel.
I dig.
So I took over, I say Mitt master. As I went on with working with people and finding out, what was their mistakes and I can correct it, that was
Mhm.
made me a master.
Gotcha.
I can correct your mistakes and make you better. So what I did while I'm here in Austin, Texas, 18, 19, 20, and 21, I won all the Golden Gloves.
Wow.
Come back and won the Capital Heroes of Austin, Texas. Come back and took Rashard Hicks, who haven't fought in 3 years. He was 13-1. I took him to his first fight in 3 years. He hadn't fight. I was his corner man in his head and his head trainer, and we knocked the dude out in the 4th round.
Oh yeah,
That's
for
the type
sure.
of work I'm putting in.
I'll make sure we add the clips. I actually got that one, folks. We talked about Rashad Hicks on this channel right here. That's a friend of mine, and that's how I ran into Mitt Master. You feel me? So we definitely want to shine a bright light on somebody that's doing some great things in the community. But before we get into the community, I do want to spend a little time talking with you about boxing. I got a lot of people that follow boxing on this channel, so I definitely want to kind of pick your brain a little bit. Now, you were talking about being able to correct people, and you can look at what they're doing and get them right. So how did you get that gift? Or how did you develop that gift to be able to say, all right, man, this is how we're going to fix what you're doing wrong?
Hey, man, I like that because that's a good question, and it's stiff. And I ain't never really revealed this, but I'm gonna do it for you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
I'm gonna do it for you, man.
All
I'm gonna
right.
do it for you because you asked me. This is what's happening. I'm gonna ask you a hypothetical question, bro, and I need you to answer. Why do you move your head when you fight?
To get out the way of the punches, get off the line.
Hey, I always remember this here. You're not gonna never hear this from no coach. I don't care if he Floyd Mayweather coach. He ain't gonna be able to give you this answer here, man. I
Okay.
promise you to God. I'm finna give you this answer. You know why a fighter's supposed to be moving his head when he fighting?
Why is that?
Because he's looking for positions on your body that you're not protecting.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That's different. I've
So
never heard a coach
yeah,
say that.
yeah, I'm looking for what you're not protecting. I can't see it if I just stay still. So I have to move
Mhm.
my head and look for it. And when I see it, then I explode.
Okay. You taught me something
Okay?
new right
So
there.
that's why you move your head. You ain't worrying about getting hit because you're in a contact sport.
Right.
Make sense?
Now, it makes sense.
So
It makes sense.
so
You
you
looking
have
for
to
you picking
defend
your
yourself.
spots.
Right, there you go. Most people say because they don't want to get hit, then you don't need to be boxing.
Okay. Yeah. Now I ain't
Okay?
worried about getting hit. It's a contact sport.
It's a contact sport. Now,
Contact sport.
let me explain something to you. Let me explain little things to you about boxing. All right? You have to have all these things to be able to perform.
Okay.
You have to have feet work.
For sure.
You have to have eye coordination. You know, you have to
For
have
sure.
feet work, eye coordination. And the most important thing about boxing, you have to know when to turn it up and when to turn it down.
For sure.
You got to know when to turn it up and when to turn it down in boxing. But
Now let
eye
me ask you.
coordination, feet work, and you have to know the ring. Now let me explain to you about the ring just right quick. Let me explain to you
Okay.
about the ring. Most
Break it
rings
down.
that they fight in, we're gonna just give you a breakdown on it. Most rings that they fight in, it's gonna be some be 16 by 16, 18 by 18, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Occasional
they put
22s, but that's too big.
correct. So what they do when they video you and watch you to show they fighter who they're gonna be fighting with, they watch how you move.
Hmm.
And they see that you move a lot, so you don't need a lot of space because you move a lot. So what they do is widen the ring up on you. They put a 18 by 18 on you.
Hmm.
See where I'm at? That's
Yeah.
why they do different rings. But anyway, make a long story short, if you in an 18 by 18, okay, that's 9 that way and 9 that way. 9 north, 9 south, 9 east, 9 west, correct?
Okay. 18 feet total.
That's 18 by
18 feet.
18. If you stand in the middle of it, okay, and you take 3 steps forward, how many more steps do you got to go forward?
Not many.
6. 6, because you're gonna be at the ring then. Remember, it's 18 by 18.
Mm-hmm.
So when you know your ring, that's when you become a champ. Floyd know the house. He know how to move in it. That's why he was so good. See where I'm at? You got to watch how you stepping. You understand me? To move to what I'm saying is what you're doing is you confusing your opponent. Okay, that's the name of the game. Confusing your opponent.
Okay.
If you can't confuse your opponent, you lose.
Now, if as a coach, let me ask you this question. I've heard different coaches that I've talked to, and they say different things in terms of what they want their basic. When they got a young kid coming to the gym, not too young, but maybe like 14, 15. So he understand pretty good. He could follow good instructions, not a baby. Do you start them where they working on their footwork? Do you start them shadow boxing? And they in shape already. So where would you start them as far as boxing basics?
As far as boxing basics, I would start them. I would start them with understanding.
Okay.
You got to understand what you finna do before you do it. You have to have a mental.
Yeah.
You got to understand yourself. You know what I mean? If you don't have no understanding, you ain't gonna never be a good fighter.
I agree with that.
So your understanding leads back to me. Every time after you do a round, I'm your corner man, you got to come talk to me. So you have to have an understanding. Now that they got an understanding, watch this here. Now that you got an understanding, I show you how to have no fear. Watch my work, man. We're serious. No fear.
Yeah.
I teach you how to have no fear. And then I start showing you how to attack your opponent.
Now that brings me to another good question then related to what you just said. You helped them get into that mindset. You work their mental to get to no fear. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine. He does combat sports, but not boxing. And I told him, you can't really, the dog is in you, is not in you. Now the level of dog can be modified, but some people just would never have that mindset. So coming from you, coach, like you just said, you could get that fear out of them, but there's certain people that got the killer instinct. Terrence Crawford, Deontay Wilder.
There you go.
You can't teach that, right? You could just make it better.
I make it better. I can tell you this here. Me and Crawford, you know, I call him the crawfish, man. He's dangerous. I love him. You know, that he's prescribed to me, man. You know, and you know, one of my dreams at this time is to do some mitt work with him, right?
Yeah. Because
Crawford is an unorthodox fighter. He can fight on any side. He got feet work, so you're not a threat to him. Right. You know, you're not a threat to him. But it's just a few things, not a whole lot of things, that I can teach Crawford.
Oh, for sure. You've been around the game. You know what you're doing. We can all learn, right? Yeah. So I ain't even going to have to ask you who you got July 29th, because I got a general idea.
Well, you want me to give you a little bit on that, or how I think about that?
Sure. Yeah. I would love to hear it.
All right.
Break it down for me.
Okay. First of all, let's speak on experience.
Okay.
All right, let's speak on experience. Okay, Crawford, you know, he didn't fought anybody. He didn't see pressure. You know, he applied pressure. Mm-hmm. That's what he do. That's what he do. Okay, now, he could fight on any side. He even-handed. Okay, good eye coordination. He got feet work. He got speed. You see where I'm at? Spence is a one-sided fighter. Okay, right. No disrespect to him. He's a one-sided fighter with power.
Yeah.
Okay? But he have no feet work. And he go forward. That's not a good way to fight Crawford. You can't win like that. You just can't.
Gotcha.
You know, and Crawford is the type of person, if you bring pressure, he's going to apply pressure.
Yeah. And he's a great counter puncher.
He's a very good
counter puncher. He'll walk you into something sweet. I believe
very good. And he's very quick. And I'm going to show you something else about him. And I hate to do this live, but I'm going to do it anyway. Crawford, always remember this in life. Soft, go with hard. Mm-hmm. Hard, go with soft. Remember what I say again, when you hit a person in the stomach, you hit him hard. Mm-hmm. When you hit a person in the chest, you use soft. Not hard against hard. That's how you break your hand.
That's a good one. That's why my hand be hurting.
That's fact.
Yeah.
If you hit somebody with your fist, right here, you're gonna hurt your hand. But the gloves got cushion all over. You hit them like this, you're gonna hurt them more.
Yeah. Okay.
That's facts.
Okay. That's good information. That's great information, in fact. So I got one more boxing question, and then we want to talk about spend the rest of the time talking about what you're doing in the community and stuff like that. Because I really want to
All
get
right.
the gloves up and guns down. So my last boxing question: if you had a top three right now, any weight class, whatever, like if you said, "Hey, I'm about to put three in my stable and they all lining up," who were the three that you would pick to work with right now?
Terrence Crawford,
Okay, we got one.
Shakur Stevens,
Ooh,
and
okay, hit
I'm,
list.
and I'm gonna kill you with this one right here.
Who you got?
Isaac Cruz, the pet bull.
You want the pit bull in the stable? Okay.
Do
He, he,
I?
he a real dog. He a real dog. He a real dog. Wow.
Do I want him in my stable? Yes, he's pressure.
Okay. Okay. That's a pretty good stable right there. That's a championship stable
Now
right
don't, now,
there.
now, now don't get me wrong. Now I love Boots.
Yeah. Boost is nice.
What? He's super nice.
Yeah.
I love Deshaun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
I love the
Davis
guy, but
Street, yeah.
if I had a stable, that would be them right there.
Yeah. Now, I mean, my guy right now, I'm a Spence fan for the record, but I do agree with what you're saying about the way he got to fight Crawford. He got to do something different in order to survive in there because he could get caught with something slick and that could be lights out. But my other guy is Tank Davis. I like Tank too, and Stephen Fulton. Those are my guys right there. If I had to pick three that I could work with, those would be the three I would pick. Yeah. So
Well,
I like the three.
the only reason why I didn't pick Tank, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I believe in realness. Ain't nothing fake about me. I believe in realness. And when Tank fought the pet bull, he said he hurt his hand. Well,
Mhm.
you didn't break it, because if you'd have broke it, it would have been in the cast, or it'd have been in the splint, or would have sent you go to the hospital, or something like that. So
Mhm.
I'm saying this to say that there, you heard it, but you got to be a dog.
Yeah.
Excuses like an asshole. We all got one of them.
Facts.
See what I'm saying? So yeah,
So
you got to be a dog in this game.
I feel that. I feel
You know
that.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
And
always
I'm
had
gonna
question marks about the hand thing, but if I
say,
since I wasn't there, but you in the gym you in the gym every day, you know what it looked like. So I'm gonna trust your judgment on that for sure. Trust
okay,
your judgment for sure. So we're gonna transition, coach, and I want to talk about your community service because, like you said, you ran around, you was a hard head coming up, you got into some trouble, you was able to learn something while you were there, and you took them skills, and now you taking it into life and now you able to share your gifts and your experiences with other people. So we have gloves up, guns down, and you got Miss
right.
Vonda in there with you too. So tell me
Oh
about
yeah,
that program. Tell me about that program. Hey,
that
Miss
should go.
Vonda.
Let me show you.
Hey,
Yeah, that should go right there. Hey man, let me tell you something about Vonda, man. You know, uh, I love her, man. I mean, this a real friend, bro. Real, a person you can depend on. Vonda. Sometimes I don't believe Noel is in her vocabulary. I don't think Noel is in her vocabulary. So anyway, when I came home and I started doing this, Vonda seen me in the park. I was jump roping. I was running. A lot of people thought I was going crazy, but I was reaching for my dream that no one could see but me. So Vonda reached out. She said, "Ray, I want you to go work with the kids." Start working with the kids. So me and Vonda got together and we went and did a seminar at Manor Bad School with the bad kids, where they curse teachers out and do all this stuff. So Vonda supported me. I did a 6 week program with them with boxing and talking to them, and we had no fights, no disrespect to the teachers no more. And Vonda said, "Ray, we need to take this a little further." So we start working in the park, working with different individuals, and we came up with the program Gloves Up, Guns Down. And Vonda supported it, my wife supported it, and the community supported it. And we started off with a homemade ring, if you want the truth. That's what we started off. We started off with one of them, what they call that, Home
it
Depot
was a
ring.
real hood fight.
Real hood fight, and
Had nails and everything sticking
everything. I
up out
mean, it
of
was
it.
beautiful. And then I did the program, I did a program with APD, the fire department, the EMS, Battle of the Badges. You know what I'm saying? And I started working with special kids and stuff like that. I couldn't get nothing from my community, bro, because I took from my community.
Okay.
So it wasn't right for me to charge my community because I took from them.
Okay.
So all my programs, I did them free, and I gave
Okay.
away free belts. Vonda bought a belt that was $400-500. Another personal friend of ours by the name of Snuffy bought a belt that was $300-400. Kevin Bibbs bought a belt. My wife supported Platts. So I couldn't take nothing from my community, because I took everything.
I understand.
So I had to give back. You see where I'm at, homie?
Yes, sir.
You understand where I'm at?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
100%. No, I definitely respect that.
Yeah. So that's just the realness.
For sure.
When you got to give back. When you done took so much, you got to give back. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you feel like you can give back. I'm sorry, or I was wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's
sir.
how you got to do it sometimes. When you ain't got nothing.
You put it back in blood, sweat, and tears. I understand that.
And then my homies was killing each other, and they dying in the park, and it was bad, man. So somebody had to step up, and I stepped up.
For sure.
And we don't have that problem like that no more.
Hey, what you doing for your community is great, coach, and 100% respectable. I know the boxers that work with you and they doing it as a career, they appreciate what you're doing, but I know your community appreciate it so much more because you're giving something back that you don't have to, but you feel obligated to give it back. Because like you said, you took away and you feel it in your heart to give it back and not take nothing else from them. And I definitely respect that. So what else you got coming up, coach? Anything special you got coming up? Any events? We want to make sure we blast it out there and the people know. Give us a little current events on what you got going on.
Well, my intentions is to do a 4th of July event.
Okay.
I want I want to get some main event fights. You know what I'm saying? I got some belts out there and they just been sitting on them belts. They won in all my hood fights, so I'm gonna do a special hood fight. Nice. I'm gonna bring Fred Money out. I'm gonna bring Kevin Bibbs out. I'm gonna bring Jacoby out. I'm gonna bring all them boys. They got them belts out, and we're gonna do our thing for 4th of July, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring the rap groups out and the DJ and all that. I'm gonna let the little kids do their thing because I got kid belts out there too. So we're gonna keep it positive over here.
Oh, that's what's up. Well, anything that me and my channel can do to support you, coach, I'm right up the road, about 40 minutes out from you, 45 minutes. So if there's anything we can do to support and help you get the news out and get the information out and let everybody know what you're doing, please let us know. We 100% support you and what you're doing for your community. So I ain't gonna hold you any longer, coach. Anything else you all want to share with the people out there before we go? Anything at all? How can they find you?
Mental health is real.
Yeah, mental health is real,
For sure.
You gotta understand, man. Being real have only one definition. You have to be real with yourself before you can be real with anyone else. And a lot of ignorant individuals seem to assassinate that word from their own point of view. But it only have one meaning. You got to be real to yourself. I've been doing a lot of stuff on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you've been checking me out.
Yes, sir.
With this other cat.
Give me your social media. Give them your social
Let's
media.
make sure the people can find the content so they could go ahead and support your videos. What's the YouTube channel?
Mitt Master Boxing.
Okay, Mitt Master Boxing, y'all. And I'm gonna put a link in the description. Y'all be sure to check that out. Support Coach, support the Mitt Master, check out his content. He going crazy on these internets. He doing great things in the community. What'd you say, Coach?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some people you have to some people you have to like I don't call it putting them in their place. I left something over there. I don't left something on the table. I don't call it putting in their place, but I don't like when people assassinate black folks' characters. I don't like that because we try so hard to get so far in life, but we always get pulled down, and I don't like that. So if you see me, kind of like going at it with somebody, it's only for that reason. There's only one person I've been, pressuring like that. You know what I'm saying? So that, I got feelings just like you got feelings. So, I say what I want and do what I want. That's the other side of me, This the good side. If they go look up some of my videos, they'll see the other side of me because it's facts with me.
That's the real stuff. That's the real stuff. Well, we definitely gonna be working together some more, Coach. So, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close it right there. This is the Mitt Master. Y'all be on the lookout for more from him, more from me. This is T for the Mic Check Podcast. Until the next time, hey y'all, we out. Peace.